on in Van Horn. Van Horn is lawless. Nothing should be going on in Van Horn. The only time I would say respond to Van Horn is if it's a player alert, and that is iffy at that point.
Mhm.
But Van Horn is considered lawless. If you go there, you can look. The sheriff's office is burned down. So if you're getting contraband alerts or crime alerts, whatever, ignore it because it's Van Horn. It's considered lawless. Now, player alerts, take that as you will. Just make sure you take memories of it. If you don't have a way to take memories, I highly suggest doing it because, like I said yesterday, being criminal and being law is the two quickest ways to get your ass in trouble in any server. But that's it. Everything that he covered, and then stuff that I covered yesterday. And if, like I said, always, I mean, whether I'm in county or out of county, I'm always looking at the Discord. So if you guys need anything, feel free to message me in county or out of county, however it's more appropriate. And I'll get back to you when I can, of course. I'm pretty much on at least once every day.
And like, if someone is doing this again, and even when he was, like, it's that we responded, like, or we tend to respond very quickly to any ticket being made. Like, even when we're at work, we still like look at the tickets and deal with them accordingly. So, yes, like he got to your head and sure, like we understand, but just remember, like if you put him in a cell, you go off patrol and you send us a clip of whatever happened, we will deal with it. And if he's really that big of a shitter that he needs to be locked in a cell hogtied, then he'll be most likely banned, and then you won't have to deal with him again. But standing around in a circle around him, waiting for something to happen, is probably not the best idea in the future.
That's what he wants. Yeah, that's what they.
Yeah,
That's what they want. They want a
it's like the
spectacle.
perfect video.
They
Perfect
want
video.
attention. Like, and at the end of the day, like if you guys do, like if you have to like shoot, like if they're RDMing or whatever, and like you do have to shoot them or do whatever, you do have to defend your guys' selves or protect yourselves, until staff gets there. Just like do it silently. Like just don't say anything because like the moment you open your mouth, it gives them the content they want. And I don't remember who said Mr. Calhoun and I think Mr. Longmire, a few other different people said it gives them the content they want. And if you ignore that and you just don't give them the content they want, then they're just looking like idiots sitting there getting killed, because then they don't get the content
Yeah.
for their video, right? So,
And I'll
just go ahead.
no, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say I was almost finished. I was gonna say, just subduing them any way you need to, like Arctic said, throwing them in a cell, or hog tying them, whatever, and then clipping it, making note of who they are, their player name, their ID, whatever, and then going on duty if you need to, just leaving the scene. Just do that. Just ignore them, and then staff will take care of it.
And I'll go on to say, if you are somebody who is worried, like, oh, I just got set up, I got this much money on me, I got my weapons and all that stuff. If they're being shitters and they break the rules as far as what they're allowed to take out of your pockets if you get robbed, from what I understand and what I've seen in the past, I don't think that it just goes away. I'm pretty sure that at least somebody once in the Discord has said, "What do I do because this has happened?" And they usually get their shit back. Either I will buy it back for you, or somebody will do something.
You know you can get dogs.
That way you can get your shit back. Like we're not just gonna be like, "Oh
Yeah, follow
well,
me.
yeah, he was a shitter, but sorry you lost all your shit because you breaking
won't
the
let you
rules." Like,
open it.
if I have to take it out of the own pay that I get as sheriff, like you will get your shit
What,
back. I promise
do
you
you
that.
stay in the circle?
So don't be.
There's no
My
circle.
big thing is,
That's what I'm trying to say.
Weird.
like I said, the scene comes first. That's the only thing I ask. Don't feed into it. And I would 10 to 1 you clock out and go do something else in county, or just leave the county, if you have to, as opposed to it going as far as it did the other day. But that's all I got. Nothing else unless these guys have anything, because most of the stuff I covered the other day in the meeting. And then
I personally don't, but now that more people have joined, if you want to say.
Well, let's talk about slurs. Let's not use any slurs while on duty. I'm sure everyone already knows that, but calling someone a retard, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, we're not gonna ban you over that. Calling someone a faggot, though, you're gonna get a lot. You're gonna piss a
Yeah,
lot
that's
of
a bit
people off. So
far.
let's not go around saying that, because it's we're a server that has a lot of gay people on the server. Just to be perfectly blunt with you, you will offend somebody if you say that. So let's not go around saying that. And obviously, anything worse than those two words obviously is already understood that if you say it, you're out. So let's maintain professionalism while on duty.
Yeah, and that's what I said. They could have, staff could have 100% made it a bigger issue for the names that were called than what it has been. Whether they're going to take action later, I don't know. I'm not staff, but my advice is, I'll just outright tell you, and I think Arctic said it, or maybe Jericho, but when it gets to that point where I'm about to lose my head, I just go ahead and mute my mic. I just don't talk to them. I just do what I got to do in county and submit the ticket and all that stuff, and I just don't talk.
I guess Arctic, if you don't have anything else, I'll kind of like leave it off on the thing of as we get bigger, right? Like as we go as a server, we sat a good chunk of the day today, at a full server bouncing, with a queue. We've as we continue with these large numbers, right? We're gonna have people like this. This isn't the first one. This won't be the last. We'll have other people that'll come in trying to like bait for the content. And like everyone has said, just pay them no mind, go about what you need to do. And at the end of the day, if somebody really is like getting to you like that much, and like they are like content farming, like they're just trolling, right? Like, and you already have like a clip of who it is and everything. I mean, I don't think anyone would judge you that much for FA quitting. Like, I don't think staff is gonna, you're not exactly combat logging there. You're avoiding a hostile situation of somebody who's just trolling in general. So I mean, if it comes down to that, if that needs to happen, that's also an option to completely, evacuate yourself from that situation. But overall, just keep your guys' heads. I mean, it's a tale as old as time. I've said it to people, doing like 5M law and stuff.
Talk to the crazy people.
People either
What?
come in with a goal to get underneath your skin, or they will do it.
Oh, come
that's
on.
just the type of person they are. So they're gonna do it regardless, whether they're trying to or not.
What was that for?
I mean, the best way
No,
put
it's
it
just
is
an
if you're
accident,
working
filler.
customer service.
Oh, okay.
Treat it like
Yeah, we
that.
do it all the time.
It's a video
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Don't
Like kind of
don't let
brothers,
yourself,
so like
I
we just like to
yeah,
wrestle
just
together.
pretty love. That's it.
go off. On
Yeah,
somebody.
it's nothing
And
crazy.
if,
You know what he did?
if
Give
you
me
feel
the
like
best
you need
love I
something
ever
like that,
got.
it's gonna happen, right? Because like it is a video
Fucking
game,
eye
things
out.
get heated.
He did, feller. Have you heard the story before?
Of the situation.
Nope.
No, I could just
I
guess
just
by the eye
seen
patch.
it.
Yeah, I could just see the eye patch.
Yeah, so
I
we
do
was
wanna
younger.
say,
We was
I've been
wrestling,
seeing more
and
law
he
while responding to calls.
as you can see, he really don't take baths that much. So he shoved his big toe accidentally in my eye, and I got the gout infection in my eye. And when I did, it couldn't come out. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know you could get gout in your eye. But when I did, I had to scoop it out with a spoon, and now I don't have an eye.
Good job.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too great.
And a good job,
Well,
Mr. Calhoun,
I
for
guess I'll just let
getting,
you and your
a lot of the deputies,
brother
up
go
and
do
moving.
whatever you
So
need to
just wanna
do.
say, on a positive note,
Just-
Yeah, fella, we're
apologize
probably
for
just
your
gonna get out there and do that.
before,
Right meow, we might be doing something a little crazy a little later,
functioning
but
and all
right
that on the
meow,
other
we
side.
just gonna hang out as
Congrats on
brothers,
that.
probably.
I don't really have anything else, Mr. Arctic.
The
I'll
fuck?
give you your little meeting back.
What do you mean? What the
I have a
fuck?
question,
What do you
if I
mean,
may.
fella? We can't just be out
Yeah,
there
go
doing
ahead.
that, right meow?
I said
Is
right
the
now, but if
county
you wanna do
size
that
going
guy,
to
go be
increase
that
in the
guy.
near future?
Go do
What guy
whatever
are you
the hell
talking about,
wanna
right
do.
meow?
Me and Chuck have talked about it in the future. It's like the demand comes into it. Like if we're sitting at like a queue, the queue gets really bad. If we're sitting at 64,
So how do I
and
get that
for, like,
cigar in my
5 hours
mouth?
straight,
And I
there's a
want it
queue
like
of,
in there right now.
5-10 people, and nobody
buy
can get
them
in the
yourself.
server, then I think we'll
Fellers, you aren't
we'll
very
probably
nice.
increase it.
Well,
If it becomes an issue and
I
it starts to
mean,
become a complaint. Today
no
there were some
rule saying
people
we
in the
gotta
queue,
be,
and they got in after just like a few
giving
minutes.
you everything we have.
So I don't think it'll probably.
I
be
wasn't
something
asking
you
for
do
none. I was just
immediately,
asking where you
unless
got it
it
from.
becomes an
Miller.
issue.
General store. Go over to the general
It
store.
does a
You can
few
go get them.
things. First, it
Okay,
creates
okay.
like a,
Sorry about the
I don't know,
accent. That's
supply and
a
demand again in the server. So it makes
in-head
it easier
thing,
to want to
feller.
get into the server.
I
right,
got it.
before
Yeah.
fills up.
Yeah.
It
Sorry about
also
that.
keeps
Y'all have fun.
some of the levels of shitters out, right?
Give me
But
my
it's
fucking hat, you
it
son
is
of a
going to
bitch.
be more of a challenge for someone to want to troll if they have to sit there and wait a minute to do it. So they're more likely to move on to the next one on the list.
That was
So
weird.
it does a few
Every
positive things.
fucking
with that.
night, I always
but
get
in the
stuck with the
future, it is
crazies.
something that we'll look at.
Yeah.
as
Every
we
fucking
grow
night.
to size, we're like, we need to. Where it's it's looking like Beckham.
Last night it was
The
goddamn
number is an
fucking
artificial limit, right?
Timmy
Like we can
Tough
increase it
Knuckle,
up to
who had the
100.
most
We could double
high-pitched
it. We
voice, like
increase
somebody
increase it to
cut off his nuts
128,
when he was
but
2.
the limitation.
And then fucking tonight it was, I don't know, Hillbilly Bob and Willie. I don't know what the fuck the dude who was talking to us name was. I know the other one. These are the other one's name was Willie or some shit. Army's like, do I head over to Blackwater? Do I head out to Blackwater or go to Strawberry because of the whole thing, or do I just stick around here for right now?
Well, really up to you, but I'm mostly in Blackwater because that's where I'm a sergeant of.
Well, see, the thing is, I've been hanging out around this area. Like, I've been in this area in St. Denis the most. Like, I put in a thing saying, hey, I would love to go to Rhodes, and they put me in West Elizabeth.
That did you say Rhodes? That's not even close.
I put Valentine in Rhodes, and they put me in West Elizabeth.
Yeah, neither of them is close to Blackwater.
I know. The fuck was that?
Who knows?
Oh, new bounty board update. Yeah. So on my application, congratulations, you've been accepted to the West Elizabeth County Sheriff Department. I said Valentine or Rhodes. Where did you get West Elizabeth?
Yeah, that it sounded like one that wasn't it New Hanover or Lemoyne.
Yeah.
That was
but
neither.
I was told I was put there because apparently you guys are lacking manpower.
You could say that. We have like 3 higher ups and a few like trainees and deputies, but not much. High tax, man.
Yeah, you guys doing?
Oh, we just had a very interesting encounter.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
Two guys came up. They're on like a green. It was like a bright green wagon. I don't know if it was that for you, but for me it was bright green.
Brand new wagon.
Yeah, they get off of it and they start, and one of them just kept falling on the ground. I go over to ask what the hell was going on, and they're like, "Oh, he just does that. He likes to fall into the mud, or whatever." And then the guy started talking to us, and he's like,
There goes
there's-
another
there-
guy.
there's-
It's
wearing my
that. It's
shirt.
him over there.
Those two. Those
That's
two
him.
right there.
Wait,
Buck.
those two right there?
Yes.
Fuck is it? Idiots.
There's another
I don't-
guy that likes to wear my shirt.
What, like the striped one or which one?
No, the blue one.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
I mean,
Everybody loves my brother's shirt.
dude, there was a
True.
those two freaking like the guy. He was like, they're like saying they were gonna go do something. I'm like, well, you guys can go do that right now. And he started going right meow. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He just started meowing. I was like, what the fuck is this? Oh god, let's go see what this bullshit is.
Wait, is Buck his brother? What do they do now? Besides Buck
Oh.
speaking weird out of nowhere.
Man, they made John run away.
Oh, that's not good.
So, do you think it's going to be one of those nights that we just deal with very interesting folks and crazy people? If it is, I'm just going to go chop some trees and hunt shit and stay out of fucking towns.
I mean, considering how it's been going this fucking week, probably.
Yeah, what has it been this week? My first day in county, there was 2 jackasses picking a fight. One of them hit Leia Reed with a fucking horse.
Oh, I'm guessing Leia got real pissed.
Leia called the guy a dick, and then he
Yeah.
called her a bitch.
Oh,
and then
that
and
was
then he
bad choice from him.
and then he came over and started making fun of her when she was training my horse because she was kind enough, and I appreciate for it. I said I wanted to pay her back, but she says I don't have to. But I still said I'm still going to do it. She trained my first horse for free.
Oh, that's
Because I was
nice.
brand new to county, like
Yeah,
brand
yeah.
new and like
Yeah.
just period.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people are nice to new boots in general.
And so she trained my horse, and like I hung out with her, and the guy was being an asshole, and he comes over and he's just like, "Wow, she's not really that good at training that horse." And the other guy was like, "Oh," and they were all talking about like, "Oh, we're gonna go do all this stuff," and I'm like, "Hey, didn't you two say that you had to go do some shit?" And then the guy literally goes, "Yeah, your mother," and I'm like, "Wow." Or,
Your
no,
mom
yeah,
yoke, really?
No, he said, "Yeah, your wife," and I'm like, "Oh wow, so hurtful." Oh wait, I'm not married, so you're just fucking a random lady. And he like walked off, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck? And apparently those two and like one other guy who was messing around in this area took a trip to Mexico on a train. And then yesterday we dealt with Timmy Tough Knuckle, who was. It's like if you had 2 brain cells fighting for 3rd place.
Yeah.
And he hit me, Michael, what was his name? He's a sheriff of one of the places, I believe. He hit me and Michael both with his donkey. Then at the gun shop, they accidentally had for sale an elephant gun for 3,000, but nobody bought it because there's $6,000 to get an elephant gun, right? And he buys it and he gets it decked out, spending all the money he had. So he couldn't pay for the training after he got the girl who actually owns this stable who came in to do the training, and then proceeded to stab a bounty hunter in the building directly behind us. And then, no, literally, he stabbed a bounty hunter in the neck, and he's like, "That guy committed self-harm." I'm like, "Okay, explain to me something, sir." He had a stab wound that is like literally a knife going into his neck from the back.
Yeah, so...
At like an angle of somebody stabbing down.
And also, it's impossible to self-harm in this county.
And then I told him to put his hands up because I was gonna bring him to the sheriff.
Yeah.
What was that? We start walking towards the sheriff. He runs into the bank, pulls his gun out, shoots me, and then pulls a machete and hits me with the butt of the machete on the head, knocking me unconscious.
Ooh.
And then gets gunned down by Tugs and Jacob Reed.
For a good reason, by the sound of it.
And then they bring him. So I get brought back up by Jacob. Jacob helps me. I get up, and the guy's down on the ground. Tugs has him. He goes to get him up, and then the guy. What in the flying fuck?
That local's crazy. What the fuck?
What the fuck just happened?
Collision.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been a collision, sir.
Yep.
Nope, I'm not doing that again.
Nope.
I know, but we get him up, and he proceeds to break out of the hog tie that we were doing,
Which is illegal if you're
Yes.
being arrested.
Yeah, he's being arrested. He runs away, runs behind these buildings, then behind the church, and up into the hills. He kicks me in the face again, basically rendering me unconscious again. And Jacob Reed proceeds to completely neutralize his head from existence with a 12 gauge.
Understandable.
And then we bring him back, and then he's like, "I ain't doing anything wrong," and he's like, "Tell us to shut the fuck up," and calling all these things. And we confiscated his elephant gun because it was purchased basically illegally. and we sent him to prison
Yep.
for 2 hours.
I'm guessing he did not serve his time at all.
Oh no, I don't think he's in county anymore.
Ah.
I think he took a very nice
So-
trip to Mexico. Also, I should go warn those two that the lantern on their hips is basically a firebomb waiting to happen.
Yeah. The only time I really use it is the mines.
Yeah, you just have to be careful, or there's shit can happen.
Alright, well, I appreciate you, boss.
Also, I don't know if you've encountered them yet, but when you're on your travels, I believe the guy next to me could also confirm this. You may sometimes encounter like hostile outlaw gangs, like local ones, that would just pop up out of the fucking blue and just start trying to kill your ass. And if they hit that lantern, fireball. I love how fucking people do that shit. Also last night there was a dude I helped. He was just new in city. His name was like Joseph something, and I helped him. I showed him the diamond and emerald mine over in Guarma, right?
Okay.
And he was like, "Dude, you shouldn't tell a lot of people about this because they can take advantage of this." I'm like,
Most people know about it.
I go,
already.
most people know about it. I go, the only time you really have to work. I go, when you're at the mine, I don't think you can be robbed. I go, it's when you're on your way to go sell or when you're that you can be robbed. And they're like, well, how much are they allowed to take? I'm like, they're allowed to take 2 items out of your bag and all your money, basically. And they're like, most people will go for guns, but if you have emeralds or diamonds, they're probably snagging both of those. And
Yeah,
saying,
because diamonds are like 30 a piece.
$30 per one. So if you
and
get a
emeralds
stack
is
of
what,
200,
25, I think?
Yeah, 25. So if you get a stack of 200 diamonds, you're making 6K there, just there.
Yeah, and 200 is the max limit for, I think, minerals overall.
Well, you can actually do stacks of 200 in a wagon.
Yeah, but on your person, you can only
On
carry
your
like
person,
200.
you can only carry 200 of each, but then you can like for me, I could call in my wagon and just
Yeah,
throw
that's
them
what
in
I do.
storage. But like I've only done it. I got to like 100 diamonds and 100 emeralds. I went and sold, and I was like, I have enough money for a while now. Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing with the bounty hunting. Like, dude, I can just go do a couple bounties.
And just set it for life, basically.
Yeah, because dude, one long mission is $1,200. The only issue with it is, well, at least in my opinion, they can be a bit difficult. They can be
I
a
mean,
bit of a pain in
yeah,
the ass.
they want you to work for it, so yeah, it's a
Oh,
good
no,
thing.
I
It's
want to
difficult.
work. No, I work for it. But like, my issue is like I've been getting my ass kicked because they've been getting like lucky shots and taking my fucking head off while I'm
Yeah.
like so far out of what their normal range would be, and they're just blowing my brains out. I'm like, fuck. I actually need to go do this. I have a shitload of like meat and stuff I have to grill, and I haven't even set up my campfire yet.
Oh.
I got game meat. I got one game meat, 8 big game meat, a
Yeah.
bird meat, stringy meat, 18 venison, 1 pork. Just got a lot of shit I gotta go cook. Basically, that's what that means. Puppy.
Damn, he's not hungry.
Oh, does he tell you if he's hungry or not?
Yep.
I'm gonna go see if I can. Is there a deer on that guy's horse sticking out of its ass, or is that just me?
No idea.
Whose dog is this?
Also mine.
Oh, how many dogs do you fucking have?
2 dogs, 3 birds.
I was gonna ask about the dogs. Like, I saw like if you go to the dog shop, you can get ones that are like specifically good for like hunting or specifically good for like attacking people. I'm wondering, do they attack locals if you do bounty hunting? Is this like anybody aggressive towards?
Oh, they'll be
the
aggressive
owner?
towards anyone besides you.
No, so if you're like, if I take that dog on a bounty hunt, it will
Yes,
attack whoever attacks me.
you can put them in protection mode if you want to. There's many modes for any dog, I think.
Well, I'm gonna go
But yeah.
see if the dog shop, if the dog thing's opening again. If it's not, I'll fly out, or ride out, ride
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, but yeah, it should work.
I'm gonna go check.
Yeah.
I just fell over. This is bullshit. Where's my Bucky pie?
Hello.
I gonna get us killed. I ain't even done nothing.
I'm talking.
I'm fucking what? Lady, I ain't done nothing, woman. Lord shit. Give me a bad name, I ain't even done nothing.
thought that was the 10th. Like my how hot or how high I am.
Wallace and Buffalo. I need beef. I need to buy beef.
Let me check if it's on me. Yep, I got
need-
four beef, and I got.
Yeah, I use beef to make my bacon.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
can
you have to
take
have
it.
Hey,
you have to
fella,
have bacon to
you
make
wanna fight real quick, and then the winner like leaves town.
What are you talking about?
the breakfast
Like
meat
if we start
can't
fighting each
fire.
other, the losers gotta
I'm the
leave
only
town
one who's gonna make the
forever.
bacon.
Oh.
Why's that?
This is like an accidental.
I don't know. I think it'd be
Happy
fun,
thing that happened
feller.
at My bar.
Yeah, one thing. I'm a lawman. Can't really do that.
Oh, you're a lawman.
Yeah, just not on duty at the moment.
There you go, Tags.
Oh, now I don't want to do it, fella. Now you got me. You know what? I'm
Yeah.
just gonna walk over here.
Hey, I think you trying to talk to me while I was AFK. I saw. Or is that you
Yeah,
or
yeah.
someone else?
Wait,
That
am I
was-
giving it?
Sorry
Is that
for
Gomez that
ignoring you.
just
I was
gave me?
AFK.
beef?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah,
He-
yeah. I was wondering if you were mute because he wasn't talking back.
He's
Yeah,
one
I
of the
was
guys
AFK.
out there in Ansburg with us, feller. Tax.
Mm,
Oh.
oh.
Hey, Pop.
Okay.
Hey, feller.
Hey, Gomez there. Try it out.
Yeah, what up?
Okay.
How tall are you?
Not very. I don't really know how tall I am. I've never really checked.
We got a 5-foot minimum.
When I stand on
for
my
age.
money, I'm 6'6",
Is that what
though.
heals you? Is steak?
When I stand on money, I'm 6 foot.
You're 6 foot, feller. Here, stand over here in
Okay.
the mud with me.
I
Let's see who's
appreciate it.
taller.
Yeah, eat it. Try it out.
You, buddy.
Oh,
Come
I'm
on,
not low on
fella,
health,
don't get
but I
short
can.
with me.
Okay.
Oh.
To you.
My bad.
Yeah, I was just wondering if that's how it works. If it is,
so.
then I want to.
Hey. Hey.
Ow, feller! Ow!
Oh shit.
Oh,
you're
I'm
bleeding.
bleeding now.
Do you need a bandage?
Oh,
Do you need a bandage?
Oh, no.
Bandit.
Tax.
Oh, hold on.
Ah,
Check
great.
out.
Do you have a bandage or is
check
it
out.
gone?
Oh, Taxman stabbed me. Oh,
That's my guy.
Sympathy
oh
pains.
man.
Hey, you're gonna bleed out and die. Like, stand up.
What's your
Yeah,
name?
I'm
What's
trying
your
to get
name?
pity.
Use that honey bandage I just gave you.
My name
Right.
is Gomez Blackthorn. Nice to meet you.
Alright.
Tax, you get one
Where's
of
my
my
buddy
guys
at?
again, I'll have to get strike one.
Hey, Tax is our boss, feller.
Strike one.
Technically, I'm your boss, and Tax is my boss, technically, if you want to get real
technically.
technical.
Okay.
And then technically, Tax is your boss, too. Yep.
Yeah, he's my boss's boss.
He's your boss's second boss, cousin related, feller.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, well, look out. Dang, I lost a lot of
Try-
blood.
try out that steak now.
Yeah, you look like you was,
Oh! I'm alive!
I feel like
Hallelujah.
a woman's been around here, feller, who forgot to put something.
Oh,
Never mind. All right.
Aw, not
Wow,
standing in it.
that dang it. Wow, dang, I really was bleeding a lot. Oh my god, I should be dead right now.
All right, guys. We're
I'll see you around.
Like a mighty fine
Yep.
woman. You look hardened as a hard-boiled egg, and I'm here for it.
How do you call your dog?
Hmm?
Do you know what muscle it is to call the dog?
Depends. Probably think it was slash pets first. Is the list empty or do you see a name on it?
The list is empty.
Okay. Did you buy a dog whistle?
No. Where do I buy that?
Same store. I think it's this guy. Never mind. This was other dog store.
You talking about this one over here?
It's one of them.
This is the dog shop.
Then it's just.
Open it.
Yeah, that
It just
should be
gives
the
you a list of dogs.
Huh? Maybe it's the one over here. Great.
Ja.
Morning to you.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy.
Who's this then?
Move on, will ya? Go already.
Hello.
Hi.
I think my suppliers are creaming off the top. Count came up short again.
Hola, señor.
No me digas.
Well, I gotta get going.
Nos vemos.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy. How you doing?
Good so far. Nothing's happened as usual.
Is this Hondo around?
Don't think so.
Damn it. I was gonna see if the sheriff's department wanted an order of sponges that they can hand out to their guys.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see him clocked in, so I don't think he's in the office at the moment.
Sounds good.
What do you want to do now?
I don't know.
Let's go down the main around.
Watch yourself there.
Clear! I need to pass. Love a guy.
Great. Just to have to rob the goddamn general store. Mhm. Yeah.
Howdy, howdy.
And by the way, Taxman was looking for you earlier.
Taxman was looking for me.
Yeah, something about sponges.
Sponges? Okay, I'll go find them.
Oh, are you finally asking what that fucking Kai? Asking what a bulk order of sponges or some shit?
I mean, we need it. For all the shit that happens.
Bulk order of sponges for the department? Is that what we're asking for?
Well, Kai was asking if you want one. Like a bulk order.
We can order a bulk order of sponges. Yeah, that's in the budget. We can do a bulk order of sponges. How much are they? Do you know?
I don't know. I was talking to him earlier.
I never
and
really
he told me he was gonna come find you and ask you about it.
Yeah. Well, he never found me, but I'll find him and I'll or when I see him, I'll ask him about it. But I'll get an order of them and I'll put them in the inventory.
Having fun over here?
Hmm?
You having fun over here?
Yeah, just waiting for a trainee to come.
Oh, you actually have someone coming over here.
Yep.
Who you got? Who you got?
Nick.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. I see. I see. Has literally anything been happening?
In this region, no, but I was...
In general?
Yeah. I mean, in general, there was a robbery in Saint Denis, but I didn't make it in time, so I just flew back.
Oh. And me and Honda have been farming.
What, you just been farming on your ranch?
Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
And double the money for you.
I'm not making that much money off of it. It's just kind of like a little fun on the side.
Yeah.
I know it's literally just like nothing's going on, so it's like okay.
Yeah. Cleaning a shotgun?
Yeah, I've used it actually a good amount recently.
Yeah. I mean, with all the crime that's happening just this week from out of nowhere.
And then last weapon, pistol.
Ooh, it's the, was it 1811s?
1899, yeah.
1899, close enough. Yeah, I got two of those just sitting.
I should actually clean this because I did stab a guy a few times last night.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah, he was attacking an officer, so I started stabbing him.
Yeah, in that case. Is your hand broken?
Don't worry about it.
I won't.
So you enjoyed meeting Death Sergeant?
I mean, yeah, basically because no one comes to me, so yeah, I don't do much.
Still getting paid.
Yeah. There he is.
Yo.
boys. How we doing?
Well, when we're doing fine, I guess.
I fixed my vest, I think.
Yeah, looks about right.
Yeah, I had the red base and the black little
Yeah.
accents, and you guys have it the opposite. It was a black base, the red accents.
Yep.
I haven't really messed with the book yet, so
What?
I haven't really got to mess with the book yet, so I was wanting to look at it real quick.
Oh, okay.
Never dealt with that before.
You what?
So I'm guessing when you go to arrest somebody, you use the incident report and just new one, and then you just put
We
jail or
use
incident.
criminal occurrences, but yes.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yep. And if you can, try to have the penal codes in another place in your eye, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I do. I normally keep it up in my my other set of eyes. I have two of them, you know.
Yeah.
So normally it's in my other eye.
Yeah. Oh, any questions about the book, by the way?
No, not really. I'm just basically everything that's in here was in in the last,
Yeah.
life I was in or whatever. It was all in their newspaper. So I mean, that's basically the only difference.
By the way, Floyd.
Yeah.
If you're gonna need anything for like the next week, expect a delay.
Yeah.
That's lovely news.
Yes, and you're gonna be busy at the county a bit.
Yes. Probably like next week or two.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just already aware of this, so.
Taking a dip.
Yeah. I need to clean my boots a little bit.
I mean, that would be the way to do it.
Would be, it's not the cleanliest water there, but
I mean, if horses can drink from it, so he can clean his boots in it.
Here,
I guess that is fair.
I'm gonna do this.
Yep. Take a bath.
Okay, so something I figured out is that the ranch I'm at has a little water supply there.
But that's, I'm guessing, mostly for the plants.
No, I can use it to wash and drink from.
Oh, cool.
I had that same wagon that is the ugliest color green.
Yeah, I don't think you can
like
recolor it.
Like the pea soup color.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And they, well, I know what it costs. I think it costs like 2.4.
That's it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's not very expensive.
And it holds.
It holds a
1,500.
shitload, man. It's a hunting wagon. You can store carcasses and stuff on there too.
That's why everyone gets it.
Yeah, it's a nice wagon.
Yeah.
It's just ugly as sin. You can customize it though too. I think you can pay so much money and get it different colors and stuff. I just never did it 'cause I'm too lazy and I'm too cheap. Same reason why I haven't got my guns customized. I'm just too cheap to do it.
Yeah. Thing is, something you will notice, almost everyone
They're
is
like 200
in the
each.
officer corps is gonna have their guns customized at some point.
Well, for me, it's not so much like being expensive. It's just I'm too lazy to go like wait. It's like every time I've ever gone to the gunsmith where I'm at, which is normally Strawberry, they're never there. So.
Oh yeah, I know the one in Valentine is mostly open customization.
Yeah. I need to do it eventually because I also need to get another pistol. When I first came into a county here, I was kind of baffled at the prices of guns.
Yeah.
Then I realized how easy it was to make money here, and I was like,
Oh
okay,
yeah,
never
it's
mind.
very easy. You can do hunting, fishing, hunting other people.
Oh, dude, I mostly just fish, man. You know, 100 bait costs you $100, and then you go out there and fish for an hour or so, and you'll come away with
and the
$500,
average
$600
price
easy.
for a fish is like $10 to $15.
Yeah, it's an
it
easy
pays
way
for
to make some
itself.
money. Speaking of that, I got a bunch of fish I'm gonna need to go sell real quick.
Yeah, he's down the street.
Well, I mean, the good thing is, I mean, if you just spend most of your time on his law, make a good amount of money of just killing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What?
I'm gonna send you something real quick.
Got it.
Yeah, look at that. And tell me what you think.
something doesn't add up.
Do what?
Oh, I'm only talking about that top one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't fucking add up.
Wondering if that's just add-ons.
I mean, I'm guessing it probably is. I mean,
Why do I have so many?
thing is, have you looked at the newer ones? They're not much better.
I'm more wondering why I have so many of them.
Like, is it all of it?
I'm assuming so.
Like, did you get it from like a package deal or what's going on?
Oh, that's cooked. That is it. That's literally just add-ons.
Like, everything they ever made?
Everything in my library? It's cooked.
Yeah, that fucking explains it then. You know you can remove it in the tab? Or not, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, but yeah, there's a thing for it. If you go down a bit on the page.
It's just cooked.
So, there's a serial killer out in, fucking Armadillo, if you look at the, like, 4 latest crimes. Holy shit. Look at, if you open the crime menu and look at the 4 latest crimes, holy shit. That's within seconds.
Yeah, that could have just been like 4 locals that ran.
That's what it 100% is.
Yeah.
The other day I did the same thing. I was in my house, or I was in our inn or whatever, and I happened to push a guy and accidentally killed him, and it said, "A citizen has seen your crime," and I'm like, "What the fuck did I do?"
Oh yeah, I had 4 locals that saw me take a nice little gunshot as self-defense, and they ran off, and I think I saw like 2 calls come in.
Yeah. I mean, some of the time it's just bounty hunters killing people chasing them.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I figured that most of those are probably just those little incidents where there's really no. I mean, there's no point in going and looking at them for the most part.
I mean, if an actual like police report comes in, then sure.
Yeah,
there's no ways.
yeah. Because Lord knows we wouldn't want to go take a balloon ride to Armadillo for that.
Yeah, that would be.
Man. I came in last night, and within 10 seconds, this of me clocking in, the bank, the general store got robbed in Saint Denis.
And then not long after, it was the fucking bank.
So he flew over there. I ran all the way there on my horse. So I was like 10 minutes late. And it wasn't him. I just didn't know what y'all system was. Like I didn't know how y'all got around quickly.
It doesn't matter. You can do a fucking hot air balloon. You can take your horse.
But
as long as you get
because the last place I came from had little train stations that you could local train operators would let medical and law kind of just go around fast.
I think we only have like other conductors. That's it. No local ones that I know of.
But yeah, so I went to that little station up the road thinking that was, and I didn't see the guy there. There was no one there. I was like, okay, well that's not going to work. So and then I already had lost him and the other guy that was here. I think Texas is the person's name, but both of them.
Oh, Texas Jack.
Yeah, both of them. And I lost both of them. I was like, I don't know where the hell I'm going. So I'm just going to freaking ride there. So I rode all the way there, and I got there, and he's sitting there outside of his hot air balloon. I'm like, I'm riding back with you.
Yeah, and as soon as
we landed, because I didn't even have a chance to get a notepad or nothing. I didn't get shit. And as soon as we got back, he's like, "Got a notepad before we leave." And I was like, "Okay." So I got out of the freaking the hot air balloon, and then the second we hit the ground, freaking Saint Denis Bank. I'm like, God dang it!
Yeah,
dude.
so I had to ride all the way to Strawberry to get a new one.
And then we got there, and I had to save a man's life.
Yeah, half the core.
We got there, and like out of the 7 people that were there, four of them were already dead, or three of them were already dead. Then another girl, I think another girl who was training went in there and got her head blown off. And then he got up there, went up there, and they shot him.
I mean, I heard your voice, so I know you were there at some point.
To be fair, they were teasing through the little vault door thing too. Like they could shoot out of it and we couldn't shoot in. So
yeah.
But they did that, and then he charged another training guy from New Hanover when he charged him or whatever, and was trying to suffocate him. I shot him in the back, so we got him down. But
we had to let him go because it took a long while for a lot of that to get over with.
And at the end of it, they just said to let him go, basically. Which I thought was kind of weird, but I thought, okay, I'm not I'm a trainee. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Oh yeah, Martin, do you even have the space for that thing to begin with?
Yes.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I do.
So it didn't even warn you?
No. I just allowed it to happen.
This looks ridiculous, but it don't have to work. Just floating. I got incredible balance.
Yeah. To think this is a chill day compared to what happened yesterday.
You better knock on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally knock on wood. Odd?
Hmm?
That was a little odd.
What? The horse?
Yeah. Somebody's went in the tailor shop. That's why they're buckling on their horse.
Who's the trainee, Kernda?
This one. Nick.
Hello.
I am Sheriff Hondo Zane. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Howdy, howdy. Are you you have any prior experiences, law?
I do.
Do in the future or the past or like this age or what?
It was in this age, most of it.
Okay, nice. Then your name was Nick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got you. Awesome. Well, I'll be around. I'll be around. I just gotta go to the seed shop. I'll be right back.
All right.
So yeah, he's the top man, the boss. Right here.
Yeah.
You over your shit talking?
Nope.
Depends on what you define as shit talking.
What's that?
I said depends on what you define as shit talking.
Oh, crazy.
He was just telling me that he was the head honcho.
Oh, okay.
Those lights, I can't stand on horses.
Yeah, the lanterns around the neck.
I know. To me, that just yells like, "Hey, I'm Law. Come find me."
Yeah, mine doesn't have that. Mine's just a regular old bounty hunter horse.
Mine's just the first horse I found when I got in county that I could afford.
Yeah. So a sheep one then? Like not even fully trained or like, I mean,
It was a it was one of those like pre-made, I think is what they call them, or already done horses you
okay.
can buy from the stables or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's one of those.
By the way, I think That's where we send most of our people to Siskin in this town.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you see the start end of the dock? I'm pretty sure that's where you send them away.
Yeah, that's another thing about, that's kind of different from here, what I'm used to, is the last place I came from, we didn't really use this because it was kind of like fucked up, it was broken and shit. It caused them to glitch out and stuff a lot.
Okay.
But so we just normally did we had I guess like a little owner-made little jail thing we had up around Valentine or whatever. But for the most part, we honestly kept people just in the local jails. We would just have them serve their sentence while they were, part of their sentence would be served while they were, while we were doing paperwork and stuff. We give them time served and everything. But I mean, so far the way y'all do it's kind of same basic process.
Yeah.
Except we didn't keep them hogtied while they were in the jail. We'd let them break the hog ties once they were in the jail and secure and everything.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we mostly do it to make sure they don't try to run away and...
yeah, with certain jails I can definitely see that because there's some of these the locks around here are kind of wonky. So.
Yeah. I mean, I was once in a county where the locks didn't even work.
I've been in one of those too. It is wild.
Because there was basically just the original version plus slightly modified.
You can always tell when you get in the counties and they and their owners don't, and the owners like the admins don't really know what they're doing as far as like coding and stuff like that, because everything's basically just the same way it was in the game except for oh hey, there's a scene or two here.
Yeah, and one can is currently down for being fixed, and I think it can be back up by the end of the month, which I hope, because I really like that county.
Yeah, I'm in a couple of different counties that I just goof around in.
Yeah.
I found your application. Yeah, my Mr. Arctic told me about you. After you finish your hours and everything of like seeing like how we do stuff and everything, you can definitely expect a promotion there. So,
all right, cool.
You can definitely use experienced people like that. So, but just to make it fair, you still got.
Oh, for sure, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Everybody else. But,
absolutely.
I mean, you can definitely expect a promotion. I like experienced people. We need experienced people, and I don't think someone that can be useful in a a supervisor or instructor spot should be wasted.
I mean, that's where I got where I am.
Yeah, exactly. Like Mr. Floyd here, he ended up granted this position he's in because he's good at what he does. So we definitely need experienced people like that. So you'll be doing the same. But yeah, good to have you. I appreciate you. And if you need anything, just give me a holler.
Absolutely, we'll do.
Take it easy.
Yep. Squeeze. Get in there, you go.
Yeah, sometimes I switch my eyes because it's much easier to squeeze in.
Good grief. Yeah, back in my last county when I was the marshal and sheriff or whatever. We didn't allow lanterns on the horses.
Because it's basically show, hey, shoot me.
Yeah, I literally would tell people, I'm like, here's the deal, and I would say, let me see your horse, and so I would get on the horse, and I'd say, I want you to see something real quick, and so I would take off at night and go over the very top of the hill outside of Blackwater over here, And I'd say, okay, now just look. Don't even use your binoculars. Just look out there.
Oh, you'll see it.
Okay. And I'm like, you see that big glowing bulb out there? That's you. So guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna shoot you when they see you coming.
Yeah. The only
That's
time
like
I
a
really
beacon
use
saying,
a
"Hey, come shoot me."
lantern is if I'm mining, because
I mean, honestly, you can also you can have like a lantern that's on you. Like if you wanted to, if you really need to see that bad, you can use
Yeah.
a lantern and it'll
yeah,
stay on
that's
you.
what I do.
But
I mean, thing is also, in my eyes, nighttime doesn't really get that dark.
no, it's not too bad.
I mean, it
it's,
differs from eyes to eyes, you could say.
I mean, it's not dark, but like it's definitely a noticeable.
Yeah.
Like if you especially like you out in the woods and shit, you're not.
Oh,
gonna
you
see
only
anything.
basically see just the ground.
Yeah. So I mean. So the guy, the undersheriff.
What about him?
There was another guy. There was two guys here in a white hat, which I'm assuming that's like the sheriff thing, right?
Yep, one was Hunt, the other was Martin.
Okay, so that guy was Martin. Okay, is he the one that's stepping down?
What?
I heard. I thought Martin was like stepping down or something, or he was gonna. Because I think somebody said something about undersheriff's hall be open for West Elizabeth too.
Oh no, it was taken by Martin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you look behind you on the door.
Yeah, I saw that, but I thought I guess like my first day here, I assumed that was.
Oh no, that's new because the old undersheriff kind of did some things you shouldn't.
Oh. Makes sense.
Yeah. But that's the past. That's nothing you need to care about now.
Oh, I'm not. I don't give a shit. What happened before I got here that has little to no concern to me.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not getting shot up over it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of explained to Hondo that I was a fairly experienced lawman or whatever, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we'll get you promoted real fast." He's like, he's like, I don't want you sitting there as a deputy when we could use you in another capacity.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment we're still building the command structure of the entire police corps all over county.
Yeah, that's what he was saying too. He was like, because I basically signed up for this one because basically like my family, in county or whatever, they the family I'm with, they're all like kind of in Black or the Strawberry area.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. And of course, my in-county wife is a doctor up in Strawberry. So
yeah, that's good. I mean, you can probably get stationed in Strawberry if you want to, because it's part of West Elizabeth. We mostly just go between the places. Either way.
That's basically what he said. He said that he's like, oh yeah, I can just have you stay up in West Elizabeth or stay up in Strawberry if you want to. You can kind of take the top half, and we can have somebody else run the bottom half, or whatever, or vice versa. You guys can figure it out when we get there.
Yeah, I mean, Jack is the desk sergeant in Strawberry, so you would be working a lot more with him in that case. But most of the time, we just go back and forth at the moment because we don't have enough people. Well, not a lot of people are.
Oh yeah, that's
in
how
county.
it is for. Yeah. That's how it is for the last place I was in too. It's just like I said, I spent most of my time in my last county being the lone sheriff or the lone.
So just
lawman for the
wandering
most
between
part.
stations all over the county.
So yeah. So when if I was in freaking Valentine and Armadillo got hit, I had to either ride all the way to or Armadillo, or I had to freaking take a train over there and deal with that crap.
Yeah.
But then of course the criminals know that, or they knew that over there, so they would hit Tumbleweed when I was in Saint Denis or whatever. So it's like, I'm across the fucking map from you guys. I can't do that shit. Oh well, either way, it'll be all right.
Yeah. But it's a lot worse for the people in New Hanover because they are basically half the county. Like in size. Because it stretches all the way from Valentine to Ansburg.
Well, I mean, does New
So yeah, they kind of need a lot more people than us.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have more of a span to cover, for at least from east to west.
But most of the time, they at least start in Valentine and go from there because all the shit happens in Valentine.
It's a new player area.
Yeah.
When people come into county, that's normally where they start.
Yeah, it's most counties. Some counties. This is also a decent start area. Sometimes.
Yeah. It normally just depends.
Howdy.
Hello.
How you doing, gentlemen?
Not bad, how are you?
How do I go about getting a hunting license?
What kind of hunting license?
Well, it says the legendary one was over at that main office, but didn't see it.
I think you're gonna have to take that with Taxman because that's his office.
Okay.
And
So would there be some in that inventory?
No idea actually. I think you can go check.
Yeah, I looked in there; it was empty, so I didn't know if there was supposed to be.
Yeah. In that case, maybe send some mail to Taxman and ask about it.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have to have a regular hunting license to hunt animals?
Oh, that part we don't care about. Just hunt to your heart's content.
Yeah, you can hunt all you want.
Making sure.
As long as you got the guns, you can hunt.
Yeah, they make you get a hunting license, and if you ain't got it, the game warden takes you downtown. So.
Yeah, not in this county.
Nope.
We're not that
Game warden's
strict.
here.
All right. Thank you, fellas. Appreciate it.
No problem.
No problem, man. You have a good one. I was in a county where we tried to start doing that. It was freaking hilarious.
What? Force you to have a license to hunt anything?
No, it wasn't a license, but like we had like. So basically, you could buy legendary bait from the like the little shop in Lakay or whatever.
Oh, and it was basically guarantee them.
Well, it wasn't even really the guaranteed. It was just that like when you use that legendary bait, all the law in county would get an alert saying illegal bait was used.
Oh.
And so we had a guy who was like jokingly like he was dressed in all green or whatever, like he had like a freaking like Smokey the Bear outfit or whatever type thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And he called himself the park ranger. And he would send like a lawman a letter and say, "Hey, can you meet me over here?" And so we'd meet him over there, and he'd be like, "Hey, I'm the park ranger, and you can't use that bait here." And then he'd give him a fine and stuff. And it was hilarious, dude. Listen to them. Wait, you get a fine for fishing? He's like, "If you use illegal bait, you can."
Yeah.
It was pretty damn funny. I mean, obviously the criminals didn't think it was funny, but it was funny.
Yeah. Starting to get warm, or what's going on over there?
Do what?
Nah, I just saw you thinking a lot.
Oh, I'm just I'm still getting used to the commands here. So.
Okay. I mean, the main thought you really need to know is crimes menu. That's about it.
It's what?
/ crimes menu.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, no, the well, like the last county I came from, like the badge was an actual physical item you kept in your inventory.
The badge.
So you had, yeah. So like you would click on your badge and you would like it would give you a menu. It would say attach or disattach badge or whatever. And it says unemployed.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, so
I know Hondo's work and Martin's work because I've seen at least Martin use this.
See, in like the county I came from, like when you would show your badge, it would like in the top like right or left hand corner of your eyes, it would show, sheriff, and it would show like, for me it would show in Blanco, whatever, on the bottom of it or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of neat. But yeah, you had a physical badge you get in your inventory. Well, of course, the good and the bad thing is it's nice because you can keep it on you, and you can even like equip it when you're off duty.
But
you can
could the
switch on
criminal then rob you of it?
Well, that's what the bad thing is. The criminals, a lot of criminals over there, that was their calling card. Was they would when they robbed you, they would take your badge.
Yeah.
They couldn't use it it was job loss.
Yeah,
so you couldn't use the badge.
They would need to be hired as lobsters to use it.
Yeah, you couldn't use the badge they had, but it was still kind of ironic that they would take it or whatever. So like there's one of them, they would put screenshots in the newspaper or whatever, them having like 15 or 16 badges in their wagon or whatever, in their storage or whatever, and of course I always said, you never got mine, so. Because I was one of the only. I've always been a person that is a firm believer of. I try my best when I go into situations that are kind of thing. I try my best not to get into gunfights. I try to talk them out of it or try and talk them down and negotiate stuff without getting into gunfights. But it's going to happen every once in a while.
And this can most of the time you can get away with just chasing them down, but some of the time they go all out and want to kill you.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Yeah, and in that case, if they fire at you, you can't fire back. But if they don't fire at you, you can't.
Yeah.
So in that way, the criminals have the upper hand.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it's also more immersive that way. Because I mean, even right now, you don't see cops going up to a situation and pulling guns unless the criminal has a gun out, they're not pulling their guns out, or they're not supposed to. So I mean,
well, sometimes they don't have to be armed in the other world. Well, looks like a lot of people are having fun in the newspaper. Newsletter, whatever you want to call it.
Do what?
I said, looks like a lot of people are having fun in the newsletter.
Spreading their cat gif.
Yeah, that. The entire thing is filled with it.
Didn't seem very pleased with that.
What?
Oh, that local is to move it before I move you myself. I probably yawned that you couldn't hear none of it.
Yeah, I heard none of it.
I said that local just said, move it or I'll move you myself.
What, one of the wagon drivers or?
Yeah, one of the wagon driver locals said, move it or I'll move it yourself. And I'm like, oh God.
I mean, his horse isn't that much in the way.
Isn't that Honda's horse there?
Oh, it is, yes. So the locals should be real careful before driving over that horse.
I mean, he's gone. He already went out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he walked in the sheriff's office and disappeared. So I'm assuming he's either.
Okay.
I mean, I guess he might have went no clip or whatever. I don't know.
Who knows?
My guess is he probably went off that character and went off.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all's law script is pretty cool. I like it.
What?
The law script, like the book and everything, y'all have it. I like it.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, I come from one where it's like everything we did was in the newspaper.
Oh, so everything was on
Everything
that.
we did. Yep. So statements, arrest records. When you arrested somebody, it was all done in the newspaper.
That sounds less immersive. And a
Oh, it
lot
was
more,
100% less immersive. And it's really bad because if you had somebody who didn't have two sets of eyes,
oh, they're
it was
fucked.
it was a very big pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it worked. But I mean, that's also why they had like an entire section of the law section took up a shitload of Discord channels or newspaper channels.
Yeah. I mean, in this one, it's yes, basically, if you're able to train, if you're able to get in county and help, and to just talk. That's what we have in the newspaper, I think.
The only part about y'all's newspaper that I kind of not necessarily. I'm guessing it's the same shit. It's in the same area. Probably a bounty hunter killing freaking people who are going after him.
Probably because it's in Shella Springs, which is in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. So do y'all have like a sheriffs in all the different states, or is it just?
We have one for each 4 regions.
Okay.
New Austin, West Elizabeth, New Hanover, and Lemoyne.
I would think Lemoyne would be freaking more popping than it is, considering that's where all the crimes have been taking place here lately.
Well, thing is, when it comes to at least how I want to do these kind of counties is, I really like the New Austin area because the feeling. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, it's got that aesthetic.
It's what people are looking for.
Yeah, it's got that tombstone aesthetic. When you walk it's like
well,
the
something
dust
funny.
trail.
I met a guy who looks like him. You know Doc Holliday?
Do what?
Yeah, Doc Holliday. You know who that is?
In county or like the character
the character. He isn't actually called in the county, but yeah, I met him. Someone who had the shotgun, the guns, the clothes, and the mustache.
Awesome.
Yeah, but I think and his nickname is Doc. And he and he applied to be a police, and I would expect him to apply for doctorship, but no.
Yeah, I based when I first came over to Reddit, I based my character on Doc Holliday, like the look and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I love that freaking movie, and I love him in that movie.
I mean, who does?
Val Kilmer kills that role.
Yeah. I mean, even my ID picture in the newspaper is him.
Mine was for a long time. Mine was Doc Holliday for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, how can't you love that guy?
I think the two most iconic. I mean, honestly, the two most iconic freaking outlaw and freaking lawman.
Yeah.
It's probably Wyatt
and was
Earp
fighting fucking TB.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just so many good one-liners in that movie too. Freaking.
Especially from him.
Yeah. I love I love after he takes out freaking Ringo, whatever Johnny Ringo, that he takes the marshal badge off his thing and puts it with the guys. He's like, hey, what was it he says? He says, oh, shit, what is it he says? I'm freaking forgetting now, but it was something about, I know it was legal, but I know I'm not going to, or I know it ain't right or something like that.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that Towns is still standing, by the way.
Yeah, I also like it how he says, after he kills him, "You're no Daisy. You're no Daisy at all, poor soul. You were just too high strung."
Yeah. And I still wonder how much of that movie was based on a real guy. I mean, most of it was.
From what I understand, it was incredibly based on a real guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's as close as it can get, and there are several depictions of it.
I mean, there's also like the same thing with like Wyatt Earp. They said like Wyatt Earp was his portrayal of Kurt Russell, or his portrayal of that character was really good too.
Yeah.
And the guy, or freaking Sam Elliott playing Virgil. Like, if you've ever seen Virgil Wyatt or Virgil Earp, he looks almost identical to freaking Sam Elliott too. It's wild.
Yeah. Well, that looks like Valentine's problem.
Works for me. Yeah, I know where we come from. It's like, or where I come from, we didn't really mess with contraband sales because, like, by the time you got there, they were gone normally. So it was, like,
especially when not in the same town.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'd be sitting here in Blackwater and there'd be one in Strawberry, or like, especially like if it was in Van Horn, and I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. I'm not going all the way to freaking Van Horn because they're gonna be gone by the time I get there.
But yeah, thing is, even my guns is semi-based on the guy. Besides, yeah, I mean, I have the white handle. That's the closest thing I have. But the funny thing is, not that just realized, maybe the other day, my off-duty clothes makes me look like 1847.
Oh, really?
Black suit, red tie.
That's great.
And I promise, it wasn't intentional.
I mean, my off-duty clothes is basically the same thing I'm wearing now, because it's a black shirt. I've got a silver vest and a silver, like, bandana or whatever on my neck. I wear a black hat, which is what I'll go back to as soon as I get out of the training thing. Because yeah, the family I run with, we're not like they're all bounty hunters, so they're not like, it's not like we're criminals. Or
Yeah,
anything.
funny thing, I'm also a bounty hunter on my off time.
Well, that's what's weird about it, because I asked, just like where almost every server I've been in, every county I've been in, you're not allowed to do bounties and be law.
Yeah, here it basically is. If you bring in a bounty as a police, you can't claim the cash. But you can do both roles, just not at the same time, obviously. So,
okay, so you're saying like if you're if you're not on duty, you can do bounty hunters and get paid for it, like bounty hunters.
yeah, I mean, you can go on duty as a bounty hunter or a police. You can pick whatever you want that day.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, so you can because I never got hired on as a bounty hunter either. I mean, I've talked to freaking Taxman like 4 times.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
he's every time I've ever done it, he's always...
in this county, you can have up to 3 jobs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fine. You can be
Most
both.
of what I do is literally just freaking... Most of what I literally just... If I'm not on duty, I'm normally out freaking on a lake fishing.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I mean, when I started out, I did a ton of bounty hunting. But when I became a cop, you can probably guess how much that slowed down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Obviously, people like it more that I'm doing this because it's a lot more helpful. Because it helps bring down the crime. I mean, even Tech said he prefers me in this position than to sometimes like split up bounty hunting and police work.
Is the bounty hunter? Is it like just the basic missions that you just go out there and hit do a mission or whatever, and you just kind of go out there, find the thing, and then come back and bring
Yeah,
the
thing is, you
target back?
can bring in actual people.
Yeah.
But it's not as easy as the locals.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Especially since the gang can fucking fight back.
Yeah.
But in that case, you can have backup by police and the bounty hunters.
Yeah, that's what I told my family. I was like, man,
Yeah.
you all are all bounty hunters. I said, if I ever get in a pinch or whatever, I can just say, hey, meet me over here, and I'll deputize you.
Yeah, because we can do that if we need a help and don't have the numbers at the moment. Basically, just come over here, do this thing, please.
You'll get paid, I promise.
Yeah. Won't be much, but it will be money. I mean, with our salary, at this point, I don't care about the money anymore.
I mean, I'm not making all that much, but then again, I'm only training, so
Yeah.
I didn't expect to make much.
Yeah.
When I first started training in the last place I was, but when I was for a long time, I didn't even get paid for training.
Oh, so this is already a lot better in that sense.
Well, I mean, he changed it. Like the owner of that county changed it once I got there, once I was in the position I was in or whatever. But
oh fuck! The bank!
Is that a lawman there?
How you doing, sir?
Depends on why you're asking.
Just asking you, law.
Do you see the badge?
We don't have to be smart about it. I'm just asking you.
Well, yeah, I am.
Yeah, hey, I was depositing money. I don't know what happened, and these gentlemen here that are dead just started shooting at everybody.
And sure, you weren't withdrawing someone else's money?
I'm sorry? Say it again?
Not. Are you sure you weren't taking someone else's money?
No, I'm not. I'm a bounty hunter. I'm not a thief.
Okay.
I think what might have happened is I was also bringing a bounty back and shooting at some of their friends. We might have got too close to the bank and triggered it. That's probably the best explanation. But I know all these guys.
Yeah,
like we're all bounty
definitely no
hunters
thieves.
here.
That's for sure.
Okay, yeah, but it obviously doesn't look good standing outside a bank with a bunch of dead cops, does it?
Yeah, no, I stood there because I was waiting for law to get here to explain the situation.
He called you.
Okay.
We stayed here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna run from something I didn't do. So I waited for you guys to show up to explain to you what happened.
And then we moved them there because they were all over the street and messing with horses.
You can check the bank logs and see that we just deposited a large sum of money.
Thing is, I'm pretty sure I don't have access to that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So the only way I can check is if I check your pockets.
You can check my pockets.
Yes, that's fine.
Realistically, they wouldn't call you here if they just tried to rob the bank. Also,
I wouldn't stand here either.
Yeah.
It's okay. They can check us. I don't have a problem with him checking me.
I can show you my ID if you want to.
Yeah, please do. Oh, it does say bounty hunter on it.
yeah, that's all of us here.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like I can search you. The only way I know I can search you is if you look like this, but if I hog tie you.
You could do what you want. You don't have handcuffs?
I have them, but
I would hate for you to do that, but you can do what you gotta do. Come on.
yeah.
Are you a marshal, buddy? What are you?
I mean,
I'm a sergeant.
I mean, realistically though, they called you here and they stayed around. If they tried to rob anything, they wanted to.
No, I have nothing to hide. You can hog tie me, buddy. Do what you gotta do.
I know, but I'm just trying to save everybody time with logic.
Yeah,
definitely.
but this is just to make sure.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do, man. If it makes you feel better, do what you gotta do.
You flex F, my guy.
Press your F muscle, buddy. There you
Yeah,
go.
I know.
Yeah, I used to be a sheriff, buddy.
Well, there we go. Yeah, you're clean.
I don't think bank robbers stay and wait.
Yeah, true.
And like I said, I moved them here because they were all over the road. And
Yeah.
it looks better if they're just in one spot. It doesn't look so nasty around here.
So the shot has to be inside the bank, or if somebody's shooting outside while people are in the bank, does that set it off?
Well, if you shoot anywhere close to the bank, so I'm guessing basically inside, it starts the scenario.
Basically inside or
I don't know how close it has to be.
Well, we were in there depositing money because, like I said, we're bounty hunters, and we don't want to walk around with that amount
Yeah.
of money on us all the time. So a law, the law was alerted, and we all stuck around to explain the situation.
Yeah.
I don't think bad guys do that.
Yes.
I mean, it was probably me that set it off because I was just chased by a bounty's friends. So I come running up from that way over by the fort, and I cut real close around the building so I can kind of dodge shot.
Yeah, and I didn't want to get caught with a lot of money in my pocket.
Yeah,
No one does.
That's fair. Yeah.
After every bounty, I hit the bank. So
You guys are definitely not gonna get problems from us. That's for sure.
Yeah.
we're trying to keep the problems out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, you are helping us by bringing in people.
Well, not just that, we all kind of like it here in Armadillo. I know my
Yeah.
family does, and me and Jay talked earlier. It seems like they do. So we don't want a bunch of people messing it up down here either.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why we stay out of Valentine.
Oh yeah, that's a really bad town, especially since recent times.
If it's a really bad town, shouldn't you be there?
Oh no, we work in Blackwater.
Yeah, I mean, that's
you guys
kind of
came all
why
the
I
way from
stay in
Blackwater?
Armadillo away from everywhere.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Hey, you guys wouldn't care if I, like, took these bodies out that way, would you? So it looks better?
Sure.
Alright, cool. I just didn't want somebody to see me carrying dead police.
Yeah. Well,
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just trying to clean up the street. It looks bad.
well, have a good day then, everyone.
Oh, you too, guys.
All right, thank you.
Sheriff.
I'm grabbing a wagon. That's sick because my horse did not like that shit at all.